Is that better? Wow, so all of that, the past 2 minutes, no one heard anything. I don't know if I can edit that. Can you hear me now? Somehow my Bluetooth was on. Yeah, yeah. It's in the, yeah. La 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 la. Ah, la, 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 la. It's just Richie, no audio. The Rocky Patel, we did the original vintage 90, and it was a good starting cigar. For its time, that was a great cigar for the brand, the era perhaps. It says then, the market's changed on higher tier, even for mid-tier brands, and also stronger, darker, heavier, longer, fuller finishes, and more exciting, elaborate bouquet of flavor profiles. But, for 2003 when it came out, give or take, that was, I guess, you know, a great cigar back then. For me, looking at it, it was just a solid, good cigar. Nothing crazy, but it was enjoyable. But now let's get to the 92. I'm expecting it to be stronger. We got the bands moving, and we're expecting it to be stronger. That is about 30 hours in Colorado. These bands yesterday couldn't move. Look at that. Look at that, and look at that. So fantastic. A very nice wrapper. Could somebody give me a blend check? I thought it was a Sumatra wrapper. Can I get a blend check on aisle 12? I thought it was a Sumatra with Dominican and Nicaraguan fillers. I think the 92 was just a wrapper change. And I could be wrong on that. But I think so. But nobody cares what I think. So it is what it is. We're going to see what happens with this cigar. We're going to see. I hope it's decent. It's rather windy out, but it's actually a warm, late fall night. So we'll see what happens. The quality on the exterior is very nice. Now, what I've learned from the past, because I did some research on Cigar Aficionado, and this is from 2004, that some of Rocky Patel's, I guess, were made by General, but it said, it wasn't called General Cigars, it was General, it said something, was it General America? Look up the vintage 1990 and 92, and look up the Cigar Aficionado, the 90, and when it was on, like, I think it was like number 22, and look at the manufacturer where it was made, and I think it said Daly, Honduras, and that's where General has their factory in Daly, Honduras, right? Where Punch is made, etc. So, kind of interesting on that, right? And obviously, Rocky is no longer a boutique brand like he was back then because he has his own factories and own farms and his own rollers. But I guess everyone's got to start somewhere. And I did see on that list, I believe, they actually had the CAO El Anniversary, and that was when CAO, I guess, was before General bought it. I guess I'm getting confused here, but looking at it, it didn't say General. It didn't say the manufacturer was General Cigars, and it talked about the Ozingers, the original guy that owned CAO, and it talked about that the cigar was made at the Perdomo factory. Now that's 20 years ago, 2004, 2003. So obviously, maybe that stopped once General bought CAO. I don't know. See, I just always assumed CAO was General. But obviously there was a time frame where, just like Camacho was bought by Davidoff, I didn't realize like CAO was bought by General, like there was a separation between church and state there. So it is what it is. Rather windy night. Very windy. Extremely windy. I'm in the corner and it blew my match. I need a jacket. Oh no, I gotta go in the corner. Wow, I'm in trouble. It is so fucking windy right now. I'm having a rough time here. It's nice out. Why didn't I bring my jacket? Oh, fuck. I'm not close. God damn it. Off the bat, it is a great draw. Off the bat, it's a very soft feel in the mouth. As unfortunately, I slobbered way too much on it because I had it in my mouth trying to line it for 5 minutes. Off the bat, it is darker than the 90. Off the bat, it's darker than the 90. Off the bat, it's stronger than the 90. So this is what's interesting of doing the 92 and the 90 and back-to-back reviews. The 90 is more smoother. This is stronger. This is darker. And thank you, Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry says it's Sumatra wrapper. Yep. Yeah, here's what it is. Sacco, how's your balls? And so far right now, we have 50% of the people here are 451, and 50% of the other people are not 451. So it is what it is. I have a live feed. Sources say 1 out of every 2 men here is in a sauna. Very good smoke production. Very good draw. Really silky wrappers. I gotta give it to them. The cigar is a little soft, and I think that might just be a little underpacked. I wish it's not over moist. We got that one going on. However, though, so it's a good start. How dark is it? It's 70% darkness. The phone is higher. The phone is way higher, so I got to adjust for the height. That's 3/4 darkness. It's 70% darkness. And Chewy did Chewy vote yet? Chewy, hold on. Chewy's the last guy here. Chewy, are you 451? You got to vote. You got to vote. We got 50% yes, 50% no. Chewy's going to be the tiebreaker. Or the ball breaker. Chewy, are you 451? No, I don't know. So yes, it is darker, it is heavier and stronger. So it's real simple. If you're gonna smoke a 90 or 92, it's real simple. If you want the more medium, sweeter one, get the 90. If you want the stronger, darker one, the heavier one, longer finish, get the 92. That simplifies it. As far as the quality of the cigar, they're both nice cigars. And as far as though being blown away by either of them, I'm not. However, I don't hate either. I think by today's standards, this is just a good cigar. But back then, maybe in 1999 or whenever the hell these came out, 2003, 2001, I don't know. These were ahead of its time. Just like there was times before AJ and then the world after. But I'm sure when AJ first came out, people were like, wow, this is groundbreaking. A very strong cigar at an affordable price. It's kicking my ass. Or a very strong Monte Cristo or Romeo. Wow. So this is bolder than the 90. They're both good. I'm going to say I like them both the same. I don't hate either one. But I don't love either one. They're good cigars, and that's where they'll stay, in my opinion. These are very easy to review. They were solid, good cigars. Like, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, like a mid-tier, Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla. Like, hey, this is a good commuter car. You're gonna love it because it's efficient and it's reliable. But you're not gonna be like, oh man, yeah, exciting. Well, I guess it's exciting if you just whatever. But point is this. My point is that the night. Okay, picture if this was Johnny Walker, the 90 and the 92 would be like at the Johnny Red level, which is a solid, scotch. It's not like Johnny Red's not drinkable. People say it's rough. Well, it's only a 6-year scotch. So, you could drink Johnny Red. You put it on the rocks and you be a man, right? And you wash the sand out of your pussy, and you could drink Johnny Red like a man. Like, I've been doing Johnny Red for 20 years. Somebody changed their mind. All these 451. Just about every rock you have lately. Exactly, Uncle Larry. But here's the thing: the 90 and 92 were not groundbreaking by today's standards. By 20 years ago, or MP3 and CD players were the buzz. I could see this, before people smoking the strongest AJs they've ever had, and maybe before people are enjoying a Padron 26. I don't know when the hell that happened. The point is, like, these were maybe great cigars for their time, but they're good for now. Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell was that? I don't know what's going on in this place. Yeah, it is what it is. So here's the thing. These are just, by today's standards and my expertise, the 90 and 92, yeah, for $3-4 on the internet, $5, yeah, gives a shit, right? Man, if you're at a lounge, $10, fine, that's lounge prices. So the point is this, but then by today's standards, no, they're not up to date by today's standards of power, prestige, and more complexity, longer finishes. For example, all the stuff LFD and AJ Fernandez have done, and other brands to escalate the violence in cigars. Cigars have become more violent as our society has become more violent. You know what I'm saying, though? It is what it is. So what I'm trying to say is that by 20 years ago, I'm sure this was a strong stick. By today, no. Right now it's a medium plus, 70% darkness, but it's a longer finish and it's starting off a little stronger. And it is what it is. So I have nothing bad to say about it, but just like the 90, they're both good cigars. They're not very good. They're both exactly a 4.3. A good cigar, a solid good cigar, not a very good cigar, but a solid good cigar. A cigar with good reputation, definitely reliable, and both are equal in their quality and construction. Just they go a little different routes. If you want the bolder, stronger one, the darker one, and don't get me wrong, this is not like a Punch Diablo dark strong cigar. This was 20 years ago. This was scary then. Just like video game systems PlayStation 2 was bigger and stronger than PlayStation 1. PlayStation 3 was bigger and stronger than PlayStation 2. Does that make any sense? But you have to start somewhere, right? So for Rocky Patel, the 90 and 92 is where it started for that brand, and where we became a mid-tier brand. Okay, so these cigars are still mid-tier in my opinion. Nothing wrong with it, but they're not mind-blowing. I've had mind-blowing mid-tier cigars in price range. The El Rey de Mundo by AJ. It's not fair to compare this cigar by today's standards on what is a great cigar, what is a strong cigar, what is a bold cigar than 20 years ago. At the same time, you're still using today's money and today's inflation. So that being said, cigars like the Sun-Grown Maduro, in my opinion, are vastly superior. It is what it is. It's like technology improved, faster, more reliable, etc. Exactly. Yeah, but don't forget though, before AJ though, LFD was putting out strong sticks though, and before AJ, I guess my father was putting strong sticks out. So, I think they work together. But let's see here. 100% of the people here say feel is 451. Well, the crowd has spoken. You, sir. He's a he's a Phantom of the Opera. Is what it is. It's 75% darkness. It got darker. Believe it or not, straight dark espresso. Like all of a sudden it shifted. So it's a darker cigar. Dark espresso, not very sweet on this. It feels very light in the hand. The finish is pretty long and everything. It's almost meeting the full. But like I said, comparing this to more modern cigars, even like that Rocky Patel Sun-Grown Maduro, there's no comparison. Like it's picture like the Mazda Miata with all the bells and whistles and the fastest engine. It's still not going to be a baseline Corvette, right? So, point is more modern stuff like my father and LFD, or the newer Rocky Patels like the Sun-Grown Maduro, etc. I can go on and on with different brands. For its time, though, this for its time, this was a strong cigar. It is not a strong cigar by today's standards. All right, so one guy is being truthful. One guy, 75% said no. 3 out of 4 dentists said no. But one dentist, when your bank says no, Champion says yes. That question made me feel uncomfortable. We might get some truth we don't want to see. Yeah, so no sweetness on this cigar. Black pepper, black earth, straight black coffee espresso, long heavy finish. But it feels very smooth. It doesn't feel very pronounced. I can't explain I can't explain, but if you smoke this cigar and you smoke like any basic AJ, like I don't care if it was H. Upman, um, what's the dark one? H. Upman Heritage. You'd be no comparison. You're like, oh, this. You think this is a strong cigar? Have this, and you'd be like, that cigar is gonna kill you. There's no comparison. So, once again, it's refreshing to revisit cigars in the past on what was. Just like a good video game for PlayStation 2 when this came out. It might be still a good video game now, but you can't compete with the graphics. 20 years of technology. So in this case, 20 years of people demanding more. People wanting more violent cigars. It is what it is. But these are very simple cigars to smoke, very simple cigars to reminisce with, very simple cigars to back to 1992. I remember smoking this with my first wife. I was engaged, and we were in Massachusetts. We were in Martha's Vineyard, and our friend had a house out there. We were renting a house. That was back in 2006 when I guess 20-year-olds could rent a house in Martha's Vineyard. It was, if you had a job, you could rent a house. Wow. And anyways, I remember the first time we got there, I went to the local cigar shop, bought a bunch of sticks, and I had the 92, 90, we had a whole bunch of different cigars. And we're at a campfire and, having some drinks. Nobody cares. And I thought I was the luckiest guy in the world, sitting there with my future ex-wife and child support benefactor. It was really just a deal gone wrong, but that's okay. So anyways, long story short, I remember smoking those cigars and being drunk, and looking at the night sky and just enjoying myself. At one point, I remember laying back. I don't know if they had a trampoline or a hammock. I remember being horizontal and just looking at the sky and smoking one of these Rockies and by a campfire and having a great fucking time. So I do have some, memories. The cigar is still good. The marriage wasn't. Well, 80% of the people here have not been with a man. Yeah. So, by today's standards, is it a great cigar? No. But it was a good cigar back then. Because I didn't have that much experience back then. But it was a good cigar for back then. And it's still a good cigar by now. But even within this brand, and even with other brands, the mid-tier selection, mid-tier cigars have come a long way. But I think this is just with the cigar companies and society wanting more, and cigar companies getting outside the box, giving the people what they wanted. They see what sells. And I'm telling you, back then, 2003, 4, 5, I'm smoking cigars, 2006, people weren't taking that much risk. Oh yeah, give me that cigar that's gonna make me cry. It wasn't happening. I remember the popular cigars at the shop was Ashton Heritage back on Long Island. 2007, 8, whatnot. It's wow, Ashton Heritage. Wow. You know what I'm saying? A Fuente Connecticut cigar. Fuente Chateau Connecticut. Wow, these are a good cigar. I remember when the CAO Brasilia came out, it was wow, oh shit, a Maduro? What are you, crazy, man? It's just crazy cigar. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, damn it. This is just yes or no. Damn it. My bad on the question. It's just yesterday. It's like, what's your price for 451? No, no. Hold on, I gotta rephrase that. Okay, I gotta rephrase that. I don't know what the option is. I gotta drop this ash right there. I have a major ash problem right there. I just dropped that. It's a very light cigar. It's gonna be kind of a quick burn of this cigar. I gotta get like 30 minutes out of this cigar. It's just a good cigar by today's standards. But reminiscing of an older time, this back then, I mean, it's what it is. It is what it is. It wasn't like now. I'm telling you, 20 years ago, when R. Kelly was popular, hot and fresh out the kitchen, mama rolling that body, got every man in your wishing. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. Baby, it's the freaking weekend. We can have some fun. Crystal popping in the stretch navigator. We got party. We got food everywhere. Like the party was catered. Fellas to my left, ladies to my right. Federal agents gonna say they're gonna arrest me tonight. After the party is the after party. After the after party is the hotel lobby. After the hotel lobby is the police station. Now I'm in my jail cell, masturbation. Let me get that toot toot. Get that beep beep. I can't sing the part about the fro. He's a white guy. But anyways, this is what it is. And I had me some fun. Crystal popping. The guy that sang that song, Crystal Poppin', is in prison right now because he was hanging out with girls in like middle school and high school. He's in prison right now. Right now. My mind's telling me no, but my body ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Yes, there is. She has to be over 18. And that's why you're in federal prison, R. Kelly. There's no Rocky Patel next to R. Kelly. There's no RP with RK. Anyways, it is what it is. Nobody cares. What a stupid place. I don't even know why we're here. I hate this place. I hate all of you. Okay? I don't like you. I don't like you. Who's talking about piss? I mean, haven't you learned by now there's no cigars in prison? I hate this place. It's literally a stupid place. The wrapper grade is very nice. So the wrapper quality is very nice. Look, it is what it is. This is what people thought was a dark, strong cigar 20 years ago. And I respect that. It is not. It's medium full right now, but it's a gentle medium full. But it just doesn't have the presence it does by today's standard. But it is what it is. You know, it's kind of like, well, it is what it is. I'm ending this, Paul. You guys are pissing me off. Sacco's right. Sacco's right. After the party. After the party. After the party. Fellas to my left. R. Kelly's like, fellas to my left. Fellas to my right. Fellas to my front. And fellas to the back. I'm in prison. Here's what it is. Yeah. I gotta tell you a funny story. There's a guy I know. You can figure it out, but I'm not gonna say where I know him from. But I see him a lot. If that makes any sense in my day-to-day life, we run into each other. You know, so but for legality reasons, I'm not gonna say where, but you can picture most of the times, like 5 out of the 7 days out of your week, you go somewhere. Anyways, this is a funny story. So the guy is a nice guy, and he's kind of an older guy, like around 60, but he's still like. Acts young, he's still like, he still acts, I don't know what the lack of a better word is, but doesn't act his age. And every time I see this guy, he always like pretends to like walk behind me and like mug me, like that's his joke. And he's an older guy, but he's not like a tough guy. And he's a little. But at the same time, from the area he grew up in, his background, like he's not like a weak guy though. So it's kind of like, imagine like a street dude that was a little this way. So like his mannerisms are kind of street, but also a little kind of like, oh, look at you all big and strong. Man, you're strong, look at you. Like it's every time I see him, it's like, you're a big, strong man. Look at you. You're a strong man. My goodness, I wouldn't want to fight you. You could just take me away. You're a strong man. Yeah, but he doesn't bother me. He means well. I mean, the guy's whatever. Point is, every time I see him, he'll come behind me and pretend to like put a fake gun to my back, but he'll say like in a fun like street voice, he's like, all right, mister, it's the stick up. I want all that money in the front and the money in the back. And every time I'm like, listen, I'm divorced. I don't have any money. you know. And he's like, oh shit, like but he's done this joke for like 4 years. It's it's just Richie's just like, oh, you got me again. Oh, it's like, hey, mister, let me get that money in the front and the back. Yeah, he's trying. He's like, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. He's like, please, you're a strong man. You're a strong man. Look at you. You're a strong. You're a big, strong man. Look at you. So strong. Look at this. I'm not strong. You're a strong man. You're a strong man. I don't know what to do with this guy. He's harmless. He's harmless. Look at you, so strong. I'm terrified of you. Ooh, ooh. Like these literally things he says like every time. Look at you, so strong. Look at you, Richie. Richie. And my head is tremendous. I have a tremendous head. It is what it is. BJ plushies. Hold on. Everyone, hold on. Mr. Plushie, where you from? Hello, Plushie. What cigar are you smoking? Huh? What are you smoking? Huh? What are you smoking? Huh? This is a cigar place. So why are you here? Why? I'm just watching lives. Okay. All right, tell me something fucking funny. Narc woman got porn. All right, guys. I mean, you guys do what you want. It is what it is. Another one. It is what it is. I don't understand. What is a narc woman? 86,000 seconds. I don't understand. What he said? He said narc woman got boring. I don't understand. Yeah. Oh, get him out of here. Get him out of here. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? This is a cigar lounge. You gotta be 21 or 18. I don't know. It is what it is. What? I don't know. It is what it is. What a stupid place. He said, is that 24 hours? Alright, 60 seconds times 60, 10, 600, 36. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I don't know, what a stupid place. So the cigar is going to be on the same level as the 90. The 90, 92 are both 4.3 cigars. Solid, good cigars. Get them on the internet, no problem. The 92 is the darker, stronger one, and heavier one. The 90 is more pleasant. Um, they have their place if you want an old school, easy-going cigar, I guess. It is what it is. We were all young and dumb at some time. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. I got nothing left. What the hell? Hey, it is what it is. I played soccer on the streets. It is what it is. Another one. It is what it is, soccer. What are we gonna do? We can't even have a good time here. It is what it is. The wrapper feel, though, is very nice on this. Very slick. Wow. So far, it's 100% negative that Sacco's 451. Wow. Wow, there is 20% of the population saying Sacco is 451. Sources say there's a chance Sacco's 451. 20%. There's a 20% chance. Wow, that's a rough. Who said Sacco's 451? I want to know. Identify yourself. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'll never know. These are just as strict as voting for the president. I don't know who said that. Somebody said Sacco. Uncle Larry, we know it wasn't you. Uncle Larry gets a pass. We know Uncle Larry's not a rat. The last third here. The last third here is the best part of the cigar. Complexity pick up a little bit. A little caramel came in, so that's nice. Finally have some sweetness in the cigar. But that being said, it is a good cigar at 4.3. It's better than average, but it's not a very good cigar. So for its time, 20 years ago, this was, I guess, a solid stick, and it was what it was. It was what it was. Wow. Wow. 70%, I'm sorry, 60% of the people say Josh should quit Nuggets. However, 40% say he should not quit Nuggets. Wow. Josh, the people have spoken. Josh, HK is superior. HK is a superior product. As an owner who I've owned HK and Glock products, HK is superior. Now, because Glock knows it can't beat HK, it was smart though. Glock's like, okay, look, we're gonna have really cheap mags and really big mags and mags that are compatible and aftermarket mags and plenty of 10 different aftermarket companies making different mags. So that's a huge selling point. It's kind of like when you have not the prettiest or the best girl, but like she's easy to get along with. She's just like, yeah, whatever you want. I don't think we've reached that. I don't know how much stronger they're going to push cigars. I think we're in the golden era, though. I do think that they have pushed it as far as they can go before they kill you. I think we're in an era with cigars like the Bijou, or LFD, Double O'Hara, Maduro, that vintage, that Rocky Patel, Maduro, Sungrown. That was a strong stick, man. Camacho Chip Maduros, the Camacho Broadleaf, strong stick. The Camacho Nicaragua, even stronger. Yeah, but there's never been a time in our modern era with so many strong cigars available. There's a lot of strong sticks. Padron 64, Maduro, and Natural, both strong. The Padron 26 is a strong cigar. Compared to 20 years ago. Holy shit, yeah. It is what it is. I think Fuentes do. Because when you think of the strongest Fuentes, what would you say? The Anejo? What would you say the strongest? There you go. What's the strongest fucking Fuente? Is it the Anejo? It's not the Don Carlos. Now the Don Carlos Personal Reserve gets stronger, but it's not crazy strong. What's the strongest Fuente? And you can't say Opus X. Maybe you can say Power Ranger, but I don't think so. I don't have an answer for that. We never talked about that. Flat out, what's the strongest Fuente? I'm going to tell you right now, there's no scary Fuente cigars. And nobody's even listening to what I'm saying. So what's the strongest Fuente? What's the scariest Fuente? Is it the Hemingway Sungrown? I mean, what is it? Fuente doesn't make strong cigars. I've had a lot of Fuente, and I love Fuente, but nobody that loves strong cigars is going to say, "Oh yeah, try Fuente." It's not their cup of tea. If you want to go Padron, you go with that 44. That Family Reserve is 1964. What was that? The 44 and the 45. That 45 was strong. Holy shit. The 85 was very strong. I think the 45 took the cake on the strength, though. So, yeah, we could just talk about that for a second. What is Fuente's strongest cigar? And I don't know. I don't have an answer on that because it's which one? Which one? I don't know. This is a fast burning cigar. I mean, it was a good stick. It's not scary. It's stronger than the 90th. It's not a strong cigar. It's darker than the 90th and heavier than the 90th, but it's not saying much because, we're just comparing the two. Between the two, the 90th and the 92, which one would I prefer? 50-50. One's not better than the other. They kind of complement each other. You know? They're both kind of quick burning cigars. And they work fine. Yeah, I guess we're not getting a fucking answer on that. We can't get an answer? Wait, you only want to answer polls? The 20th? The 20th's not the strongest. You mean the Connecticut Shade? Are you playing games with me, Sacco? The 20th? The 20th? The Connecticut Shade Opus? That's the strongest? Fuente? You playing games? You playing games with me? Playing games with me? I'd have to go probably with the skinnier gauge Añejo. Maybe a skinnier gauge Añejo. That would be the strongest one I could think of. It's not Opus. I don't know. That's all you assholes want to talk about is nuggets? It's the fucking cigar channel. I hate this place. This is the last episode. I'm never coming back. I'm never coming back to this place. Wow, I'm just kind of stumped on that with the Fuente. I don't know. We might have to do it every night. Pick one brand. What's their strongest cigar? It is what it is. No one's even here, so there are people here, which is weird, and no one's commenting. Was everyone dead? Did everyone die? Are you dead? Yeah, I guess I'm not to say. I guess the strongest Fuente is the Añejo, which is not saying much, but the Añejo in a smaller gauge, yeah. The strongest My Father cigar? The strongest My Father might have to be the Bijou in the Rothschild, right? Maybe. Maybe the Bijou in the Rothschild. The Promesa gets pretty strong. I hate you. I literally hate you right now. Strongest My Father, probably the Bijou. Just overall. Not just darkness, but just overall. Yeah. The strongest LFD is the Nas. Nasty ass shit, NAS. That's the strongest LFD. Don't try that cigar. Don't smoke the LFD NAS. Don't do it to yourself. I don't recommend that cigar. It can kill you. I'm not even joking. It's called the NAS for nasty ass shit. It's a small little cigar. I think it's like a 4x40 or some stupid 4x44 or I don't know what size it is. The point is, look it up. And I could be wrong, but I think it's a Lajero wrapper and binder and filler. all the hero, hence the size. And holy shit, that thing will kill you. There was a guy at the old shop, I forget how many, and if he had one, it's too much, but this guy smoked one the entire day. It was something like around 10 and maybe more. I don't want to say exactly because I'm going to fuck up the story. It might have been 10 or 11, 12 of them. Like, he smoked them all day. Like, he worked at the shop, and he purposely was trying to flex, and he smoked one every hour. He said he couldn't sleep that night. He couldn't sleep that. He couldn't sleep. Son of a bitch. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. That guy drank nothing but Monster energy drinks that day, and he smoked a whole bunch of those NAS, because he worked there. He smoked for free. He was just showing off. That guy fucked himself up. He said that hurt him. He said it damaged him. He said after that he couldn't smoke for a long time. He actually had to quit cigars for a while, and he worked at a lounge. Like, no joke, he smoked over 10 NAS in one day. Oh yeah, but don't forget that story, Uncle Larry. He smoked 2 LFD double Hero diggers, which is like what, 7.5 by like 56, something like that. He smoked them every time. He was at the lounge every day. He was a wealthy guy. He had a nice fancy car. He was a big dude, like a big guy, like 400 pounds. And he smoked 2 of those a day, every day. That guy doesn't have a palate. Yeah. The strongest Camacho, some people would say the Triple Maduro. Some people could say the Nicaragua. The Corojo's pretty strong, but I probably would say between the Nicaragua and the Triple Maduro. Oh, it's a stupid cigar. That's a big stick. Strongest Davidoff? I don't have one. The strongest Davidoff? It wouldn't be the Nicaragua. The strongest Davidoff would either be the Yamasa or the Escurio. And those are still not crazy strong cigars. But in that brand, the strongest Davidoff would probably be the Yamasa or the Escurio. The strongest Rocky Patel was the Sun-Grown Maduro for me, until I try them all. But strongest Partagas. I think the strongest Partagas I've had is that Extra Forte. That's pretty strong, but it's not. Partagas is not a brand that like is ass kicking. The strongest non-Cuban Bolivar is the Confradia. The strongest AJ Fernandez. Is it that Monte Cristo 1935, or is it that H. Upman 175, or is it the H. Upman Heritage? I don't know. Yeah. Strongest Perdomo, nobody cares, but Perdomo doesn't make strong, scary cigars, so that's it with that. The strongest punch would probably be the Diablo. Strongest Cohiba, the Royale. That's the strongest Cohiba. What are you, a fucking cop? Trying to think. Strongest Monte Cristo was the 1935. Strongest Romeo is the Romeo San Andreas. The Romeo San Andreas will kick your ass. I don't like that cigar. That's a scary cigar. The strongest non-Cuban Trinidad is the Espiritu, the second one. There's an Espiritu. The second Espiritu Trinidad, there was like 2 Espiritus. The second one was fucking strong. It was like too much. Wow. Good conversation. Strongest Macanudo would have to be, I guess, the Macanudo Inspirato Black and or the Macanudo Inspirato Red, depending on your opinion. I like the Macanudo Black better though, but the red might edge it out. The Macanudo is not into making strong cigars though. I don't know. I don't know. Strongest aging room would be, I guess, either the aging room Nicaragua or the aging room, the yellow one. What was the yellow aging room? Strongest Drew Estate would probably be the Undercrown 10 years. That was pretty strong. Maybe the Undercrown 10 years. Yeah, the aging room. Yeah, I don't see nothing about it. It didn't create the buzz I thought it was going to be. It's funny when cigars come out. Yeah, that new aging room was solid. That was a pretty strong cigar. The strongest Habano cigar, though, hey, this is simpler. If you say by wrapper of all time, the El Rico Habano is the strongest Habano cigar I've ever had. That cigar is scary. That cigar scared me. That cigar is so scary, it can make you take a sick day the next day. Oh, PG comes in the last fucking puff. Where have you been, PG? Where have you been? You've been here for an hour. The last puff, PG comes in. The strongest Oliva is going to be the Master Blends 3. Master Blends 3 Oliva is the strongest Oliva. So Oliva is real simple. What's the strongest Oliva? Master Blends 3. Wow, 67% say yes, 33% say no. Wow. 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 I thought more would have said yes. Yeah, strongest La Bamba. The regular La Bamba is strong, but we'd have to probably go with that number 7. The Warhead number 7 is the strongest. The Warhead number 7 was the strongest La Bamba, and that's the strongest Espinosa. So yeah, that was the strongest Espinosa. We already said parties. Joshua, shut the fuck up. Go eat some fucking nuggets, motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, so, but we still haven't, nobody wanted to answer the strongest Fuente. Why? Because Fuente doesn't make a strong cigar. Fuente literally doesn't make a strong cigar, let alone a scary cigar. The Añejo is their strongest stick. And that's not a scary cigar. It is what it is with that. The strongest Padron, probably the 45. The Padron 44 was really strong, but still like kind of a little balanced, but it was strong. The 45, no, I'm not joking around. That 45 Padron, the 64 Reserve was fucking crazy. Well, the VSG is the strongest for Ashton. Yeah, Master Blends 3 is the strongest Oliva. And this is good information. So we can simplify. Just say, hey, well, what's the strongest cigar from each brand? Just period. Yeah, period. Yeah, the VSG is the strongest Ashton. Although it's not ass kicking, but it's a strong cigar. The strongest J.C. Newman, the Maximus. The Diamond Crown Maximus is probably their strongest, although it's not ass kicking, but that would be the strongest Diamond Crown, the Maximus. It's not ass kicking, it's medium full. Interesting. It doesn't matter, Sacco. Fuente's not making strong cigars. By today's standards, Fuente's not making strong cigars. Strongest Camacho, probably the Nicaragua, in my opinion. Mixture with the Chip Maduro, but that Nicaragua will kick your ass. Yeah, it is what it is with that. It is what it is. Nobody cares. What a stupid place. I hate this place. I hate everyone here equally. Yeah. The strongest Avo? No. Maybe the Avo Nicaragua Synchro. But Avo doesn't make strong cigars. Avo doesn't make strong cigars. Just forget. If you want a strong cigar, just don't smoke Avo. Okay? So don't smoke Avo if you want a strong cigar. The strongest Southern Draw? The strongest Southern Draw for me would be the Jacob's Ladder. But I haven't tried the other one that's a stronger version. Whatever that was called, Brimstone or something like that. I haven't tried that. But to date, for me, the strongest Southern Draw was that Jacob's Ladder. Yeah. The strongest CAO, you could say the MX2. But the old school Brazilians, people brag about they were pretty strong, and or maybe the original Soprano cigar, that was a pretty strong cigar. I've had the lower tier Fuentes. I don't like them. I don't like the Chateau Connecticut, garbage. I don't like the Chateau Maduro, garbage. I don't like them. The Cuban Corona's all right. Diesel has some strong cigars. Off the top of my head, oh yeah, the Boxer Grail. That one was impressive. That was the most high-end Diesel, and that was very strong. If you want a high-end Diesel, that sounds stupid, but it's not. It's a $15, $14 cigar for Diesel, which is a lot. The Boxer Grail is impressive. I recommend that cigar. That was an impressive, strong cigar. I forgot about the CAO Anniversary MX Cameroon, CAO Cameroon. That was a pretty spicy cigar, even though it's Cameroon. Yeah. No, you're wrong though, PG though, and this is why you're wrong. And I respect your opinion, but here's the thing. The CAO Cameroon is not stronger than the MX2, but it's dirtier. There's a difference. Dirtiness is not strength. The CAO Cameroon is not aged as much, and it has a dirty. The CAO Cameroon has a dirty. The fillers on that are kind of dirty, but it works well. It's like a dirty Fuente short story, which is kind of cool. So the CEO Cameroon Anniversary, which is a short story with Nicaraguan filler, um, it's a dirty cigar. Not like terribly dirty, but it's edgy because it's dirty. There's a difference. Yeah, well, you were micro puffing the MX2, so you no, 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 no. That cigar is just it's just a that cigar is aggressive because the fillers are not so smooth. It's a cheap cigar. It's a cheap cigar. Something's got to give. But it's impressive that somebody took Cameroon and was like, hey, let's put some edgy young Nicaraguan tobacco in it and make kind of an offset. Strength is the power of cigar, not because of edginess though. Like if you use a lower tier tobacco than a stronger cigar that has more age, that's not stronger. That's just dirty. Does that make any sense? So dirtiness is not strength. Edginess is not strength. I can't stress that enough. There's a difference. There's a difference. I'm not trying to sound like a cigar snob from my experience, but for example, the Oliva Master Blends is a very dirty cigar, but that's not what makes it scary. What makes it scary is it's very strong tobacco that's not aged. So that's a really scary. The Master Blends 3 is a scary cigar because they're like, let's put so much strong tobacco and not age it at all. And the Master Blends 3 is like, wow, they're trying to kill me. It's a difference. Mm-hmm. Mm. It is what it is. Yeah. We've covered a lot of good topics, and nobody cares. I'm going to get going. PG, I wish you would have got here early. We miss you on the show, PG. You're a big part of the show, and you got to come on a live pretty soon. And I would enjoy that. I never see you no more, PG. I thought you were my friend. So anyways, I'm going to get going. Glock, 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 glock. Chicken nuggets.